Well, hello everyone. It's Rob Schultz here from magicalmultimediatour.com, and I am so excited to present a really special guest for you who has an amazing background with some very high-profile people working with them to really get them to shine on camera. And because online video is so important, I wanted to be sure that I could bring you some, because I know you guys are always wanting to get into online video and you're always really scared and camera shy. And you're in great company here because the woman I'm going to present to you just in our next few minutes together is going to give you some tips that's going to enable you to get through that and to really shine on camera and let your essence come through and your charisma come through. And of course, I'm talking about Ruth Sherman. Ruth, welcome.
Thank you, Rob. Happy to be with you. Thanks so much for having me.
Well, it's great to have you. And a little bit about Ruth. She's known as the speech coach to the stars, and that is in marketing, there's a lot of exaggerations. That's no exaggeration. She's worked with CEOs, celebrities, and people like us, small business entrepreneurs, to help us become great speakers, great presenters, and media darlings. I love that. So we can reach more clients faster and build our business, which is the bottom line. Ruth has honestly, truly worked with leading companies and some of the world's biggest celebrities, including a couple Oscar winners and a Pulitzer Prize winner. That's no kidding. She's a best-selling author, a Fast Company blogger. She's also a political junkie, and recently she received a ton of buzz for some media comments she made regarding the whole Maria Shriver-Arnold Schwarzenegger split up. And because she's a political junkie, you can count on seeing a lot of her commentary on the candidates and how they present themselves in the coming months. So she's bi-coastal. She has offices in Greenwich and Los Angeles. And the important part is she loves helping people like us, small business owners. So Ruth, welcome.
Thank you so much. That was a great intro. Wow, thank you, Rob.
Well, it's true, every word of it. So I'm excited to be able to intro you that way. So first, I want to do a little TMZ with you. Tell us about some of those Oscar winners.
Well, as you know, if I tell you, I'd have to kill you. But
I thought I could sneak that in a little bit.
No. I mean, but I can mention some of the films I've been privileged to work on. I've been privileged to work on films like the most recent one, The Kids Are All Right,
Wow.
Somewhere, Greenberg, and then going back a few years, some big films, The Constant Gardener, Lost in Translation, and a whole bunch of others. I've worked with cast members and crew members, directors, screenwriters from these films. And in fact, you mentioned my Los Angeles office. I'll be back at the end of June. I just got a call from Focus Features, Universal Focus Features, a major client, to come and work on one of their upcoming films. So, it's all fun. But again, you don't have to be famous to work with me. So, yeah, it's been fun.
Super, terrific. Now I'm going to bring out the gorilla in the closet right away because I don't want people to have to wait. So many people are terrified of seeing themselves on camera. What advice do you have for them to break through that?
Well, the first thing that I want to say to them is that it is universal, Rob. Seeing yourself on camera is like no other way of looking at yourself. You know, we think that it's the same as looking at ourselves in the mirror, but in fact, we've been looking at ourselves in mirrors since the day we were born, and our eye and our brain have learned to correct for all of the asymmetry and the flaws in our faces, and we are asymmetrical and flawed. But when it comes to video, we are looking at ourselves as if for the first time. So it's like looking at a stranger, and our eye and our brain have to learn to correct for those flaws that we see in that. I can tell you when I see myself on video, I home right in on all of those flaws. And so it's universal. All of my celebrity clients hate seeing themselves on video. So
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Even the professionals hate it, and I have to force them to watch themselves because that's part of the training that I do. And what I tell my clients is GOI, get over it, because video is where it's at. It's what's happening. It's, as you know, Rob, you're an evangelist for video, and we have to integrate it with social media. And the more you do it, the more used to it you'll get, but you can't get over it. You can't get used to it unless you do it. So there's a bit of a vicious cycle, or a catch-22. So get out there and do video.
Yeah, yep. Well, that's really interesting, the bit about the celebrities. So how do you project the image that you're loving every minute when you're on camera, when you may really be just squirming in your seat?
Yeah, well, this is really interesting. I get this question a lot. So here's the trick. When you push start on the video, you've got to turn up the physical and vocal presence. So you've got to turn up your passion. You've got to turn up your facial expression. It's all like we're doing right here. We're kind of talking heads. It's like a headshot, a video headshot. So we need to look into that camera lens, lean a little bit forward, and pretend that the person on the other side is somebody that you really like, and that you are projecting to them. You are speaking directly to them. I always like to tell my clients that they need to project confidence even if they don't feel it. And one of the things that comes up is, well, I want to be authentic. And my answer to that is, look, I don't care how you feel. I only care how you look. And so this is done non-verbally, through the way we move our face, through the way we smile, through the way we use our eyes. And so look into that lens. That's really important. A lot of people, for example, if they're using their webcam, they're very tempted to look at their face, their frame, which their face is on the screen. But if I did that, which I'm doing right now, of course, I'm not looking into the lens, and so I'm not looking at you. So this is really important, to look right back into the lens.
As soon as you said that, it's like, guilty, guilty, guilty.
Yeah.
Do you have specific advice about how you should look on camera, makeup, dress, background, lighting?
It really depends on who your audience is. So if you are in a business that has a somewhat conservative audience, you want to make sure that you're dressed somewhat conservatively. You don't want anything too flashy there. In any event, if you're projecting or if you're videotaping in a professional capacity, you surely want to make sure your hair is combed. If you're a woman, you want to throw on a little makeup. A little makeup's not going to kill you. A little mascara, a little lipstick, perhaps. It depends on, again, who you're projecting to, who you are trying to connect with. If you're a man, again, you want to make sure your hair is combed. And in case you're wondering about makeup for men, I always suggest a little dusting powder, neutral dusting powder, talcum powder. You can get that right at the local pharmacy, just to take away the shine, especially now that we're coming into the hot summer months. But you want the way you look to be consistent with your brand. So for example, if you're in the design business of any kind, you want to dress a little more hip than perhaps somebody who's a lawyer or an accountant. So again, it depends on who your audience is, but in general, you want to look put together, and the key is to dress and comb your hair and put on makeup that's consistent with your brand. You don't want to confuse people.
Really great advice. Now, one of the things that I also know is really on the minds of the people in my audience, and I'm sure your audience, is this social media thing. And it's not enough just that people are kind of overwhelmed with all the possibilities, but now you have video and social media. So why do you need to integrate your video and your social media presence together?
What has been going on the past 10 years, longer actually, Rob, as you know, is that we've been in a text world. We've been emailing and IMing and texting, I guess. And then the other piece of it is that there's saturation. There's a saturation of text and written content. So one of the ways to stand out, and as you know, YouTube is the second most powerful and important search engine at this point. one of the things that's happened is video has offered us, all small businesses, frankly, it's leveled the playing field, and it has enabled us all to break through the clutter by combining video and text, because video and text combined is the most powerful way to be found. And I find that to be quite fascinating because, as you know, Rob, when you upload a video, say to YouTube, there are places in that on that edit page, which is what it's called, to put text. And so the more text you put in that goes along with your video, that you may say accompany your blog that you've written aside from the text you put in with your YouTube video, that just makes it more and more powerful, provided you use the right keywords and all of that. But in terms of getting found, video combined with text is the most powerful. And so many people are scared to do video that if you do it and combine it with your blog, for example, you will be so far ahead of the game.
Wow. So it's interesting, the combination and the synergy you're talking about between the video and the text and the social media is more powerful than either one of them by itself.
Absolutely. And then if you know, these days, any of the social media that you're on, certainly Twitter, Facebook, they all have accommodated video. So anything you put there in terms of text or writing or communicating, you can throw a video up there. You can either, the program itself can either shoot it for you, or you can upload it, or you can link it with a YouTube video. And on Twitter, for example, it will open right there in the program, or on TweetDeck. So you don't even have to leave the program to see that video. And to me, that's just heaven.
That is. That's super. Now, this is a big one with people I work with. I even struggle with it from time to time. How do you stay on track and connect with that camera, as you mentioned moments ago, without reading? How do you wean yourself from needing to have everything be word for word perfect, so you're not like doing this when you're supposed to be connecting with the camera?
Yeah, it's this is something that I've struggled with, Rob. Here's one thing I can tell you, that the more video that I've done and that I see my clients do, the better they get, the more easy it is to think in this new way, because it is a matter of thinking in a new way, of honing a particular type of thought process that has you learn what you're going to say just before you get out there and say it. But here is a key element, and this is so helpful. Keep it short. And keep it short for a couple of really good reasons. Number one, it's a lot easier to learn a 30 or 40 or even 60-second piece of text that you want to, and you don't have to memorize it word for word. Just learn it so that you can say it. Much easier to do that than to do a 2 or 5 or heaven knows 10-minute piece of video for most people. So that is one thing to do. So keeping it short, it makes it easier to learn. The other reason to keep it short, of course, is that attention spans, as you know, have become like this big. Yes. And, with minuscule attention spans, the minute people see, and they can see on the player how long a video is going to be. If they see it's more than 2 minutes, more than 2.5 minutes, unless they're highly motivated, they are not going to sit there and watch the whole thing. I have had clients tell me constantly, when I see that you do a 5 or 10-minute video, I know I have to look at it later. And you know what that means, Rob? That means never.
Yeah. Yeah. So great advice. I mean, everything that you've said has been extremely valuable, extremely powerful. But I know that coming up in just a couple weeks, you have something amazing that's going to take that one step further and really put the people who can take advantage of it light years ahead with their video, their social media, their traffic, and their business. Can you tell us about that, Ruth?
Absolutely, and thanks for asking, Rob. I am putting on, along with my partner, Jennifer Abernathy, who is the author of The Complete Idiot's Guide to Social Media Marketing, a masterclass on business social media and video 2.0. Because all of the questions that you just asked me, that your clients are asking you, are questions that we get. And we figured it makes sense to bring these two things together, the expertise in social media, which Jennifer has and which she has generously shared with me over the last couple of years and with many other clients, and then the expertise that I have in presentation and video. Of course, I'm going to bring everything I teach my Hollywood clients and my CEO clients to the classroom. So we are doing a full day. It's live in New York City. It is on June 20th, so we are looking for a few very high-level people who are very motivated to dive very deep into the whole strategy thing. We're going to help them map out their social media and video plan and pull them together, meld them so that when they get back to the office, because we know that's where the rubber hits the road, they're going to be able to every day do a little bit toward building their brand and their business through these social networks and video. So that's what we're planning to do. We've got some very good enrollment already. Very excited.
That does sound great, and it does sound like a way people can take what you've told us here is just really the tip of the iceberg. And there's so much more, and I think the advantage of actually being in person with you and Jennifer is that you can get that instant feedback. You can get that instant confirmation that's so crucial, especially when you're starting out.
It's so crucial, and we had been getting these questions for so long, and we saw that nobody was really addressing them, not in this combination, and we thought, okay, this is perfect. This is a perfect intersection of these media, so why not us? We're masters, so we're doing this master class. And the idea also, Rob, is because it's such a small group of people, when I say class, I mean class. Because it's such a small group of people, they are going to be able to depend on each other also for that advisory board. It's kind of an instant advisory board who'll be able to, these are very experienced people. These are no hobbyists, no beginners, people who are in business, know what they're doing, know what they have to do going forward. So, you know, we're very excited. And may I tell you the website of the...
That would be super. I'm sure a lot of people are going to want to hop over there right now and check it out.
Great, fantastic. It is nycmasterclass2011.com. So that's nycmasterclass2011.com. And of course, I want to also tell your viewers that if anybody has any questions or wants to talk about it, I would love to hear from them. My email is ruth@ruthsherman.com, and I invite anybody to give me a call or send me an email, and we'll set up some time.
Super. So again, if you have questions, ruth@ruthsherman.com. If you're excited and want to sign up, again, this is live and in person, so it gives you, in New York City, so it gives you that direct kind of rocket catapult out of the gate, or even if you're doing video, you can take it to the next level and boost your profits, boost your response, and just save you months and even years worth of development time. And again, that is nycmasterclass2011.com, and it's Ruth, it's Jennifer, it's video, it's social media, it's live, it's direct feedback. Wow.
And Rob, I have a special bonus just for your listeners.
Super.
And that would be a coupon where they can get $100 off the full price. And that coupon is Schultz, SCHULTZ. So Schultz, if you're interested. But again, if they want to call me, they can certainly do that too.
Okay. And they would enter that when they click the, I guess, the Buy Now button, they would go to a page and they just enter that code Schultz, SCHULTZ, on the Buy Now page. Cool. Yep. Ruth, thank you so much, because these really are, these are like the questions that keep people from getting in. And I know you tell people, I tell people that just get in, just get in, just get in. It's not as bad as you think. It's not as scary as you think. It's fun. It's enjoyable. But all the things you've been talking about and all the things you're going to be talking about in your workshop are what keep people from doing that.
Absolutely. And so what we say here again is GOI, Rob, get over it and get doing video. Get it done. GID. So,
yes.
Yeah.
So thank you, Ruth. Once again, if you have any questions, just email Ruth, ruth@ruthsherman.com, and hop on over right now to reserve your place, reserve your space at this workshop, nycmasterclass2011.com. Ruth, thank you so much.
Thank you, Rob.
And again, video and social media are a powerhouse duo for just catapulting your business. Ruth has had amazing experience with high-level people. She's had experience with people like us, getting us started, getting our charisma out there, getting what is unique about us out there. You can't beat this combo. Sign up for this workshop. Thanks again, Ruth.
Thank you, Rob. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.